Be the bodiless self. It's important to understand the costume. That one wears. And also how to take that costume off. What it is made up of. And above all, to know one's absolute truth, the naked truth of the true self. Body wears clothes, but what does the soul wear? Baba's vision undresses the soul. Baba, the Supreme Mother, nurtures and nourishes this naked truth of the soul. Supreme Mother sees how the light of its eyes shines in Baba's vision. When Baba is seeing the soul, see it, feel it, know it. There's not a single layer of any thought, not a single layer of any feeling, any sensation, any sound, any voice. No experience can cover the being. In Baba's vision, it's complete, naked truth of the soul. No experience of any sense perceptions, no experience of any sensations, no experience of any thought, any memory, nothing, no image. How's Papa seeing you? How is he feeling you? For mind, it will be a blank state. Because a limited mind cannot understand it. But for the being, it's a truth of completeness, wholeness, open, free. A seed which has the potential of the highest to the lowest experiences within it, which has the potential of all different seasons within it. But Baba, the Supreme Mother, is only interested in the seed. This is the purest love that only God can have. For his Neno Kanur, for the apple of his eyes. Whole tree can grow out of the seed. Tree can even start to decay. His vision is never wavering. But is completely inundated in the love of this pure, open, untouched, uncontaminated, absolutely still, unmoved seed that I am. So when Baba says, you need to have mehsusta ki shakti, power of mehsusta. There is no English word for it. It's not realization. It's just a deep knowing. To know yourself as this. Pure awareness. Bathe in Baba's vision. Just a pure I. No experience attached to it. And as that pure I, Baba and the pure I, unlimited I, Baba says, now child, with me, you can see even the smallest stain, non-judgmentally and impersonally. This is undressing. It's not like you're taking anything off. Just being. Just knowing. The bare naked truth of the soul is flawless, impeccable, and the stain of I am this experience starts to merge. And you could be amidst the appearance of all the activity, being aware, I am the seed. Always with the supreme seed. the activity of listening, speaking. Everything is taking place. Moving, walking. And the undisturbed seed. Stainless. With Supreme Mother. Even now, I'm observing that although all experiences are whatever the current experience, the current thought, current sensation, current sense perceptions, all being replaced by another set of current thoughts, current sensations, sense perceptions. I am aware of it all. But I am is not mixed with what I animate. silence.
Om Shanti.
Silence. So today's Murli that we are, or nectar that we are going to be drinking, is 27/4/72. 27/4/72. Baba is saying, do you consider yourself to be both the loveliest and the luckiest? Do you consider yourself to be both the loveliest and the luckiest? Beautiful if you do. If you consider yourself to be lovely and lucky, you will constantly remain free from obstacles and experience the stage of being absorbed in Baba's love. If you are just lucky and not lovely, then although you will constantly be absorbed in Baba's love, you will not have the experience of being free from obstacles. And if you're just lovely and not lucky, then also you will not be able to experience that was just described. That truth, stage here means truth, right? Therefore, both are needed in order to attain the attainment of being lucky and lovely. Do you see what Baba means by this? Both lucky and lovely. Not just either lucky or lovely, but both at the same time. Yeah. So for example, we'll take a very practical example. Let's say there is some financial challenge. Let's say, yeah, financial challenge. And somebody's mic may be open. Okay. Oh, all right. Let's say that there's a financial challenge. Now, at that time, do you know that you're very lucky? Do you know you're very, very lucky? You do? Very good. How are we lucky? How are we lucky? Hmm? How are we lucky? And how are we lovely?
For the soul, there is a no luck or unluck.
But how is the soul feeling so fortunate?
Because complete combined with Baba and is complete free.
What else? What else? We can't hear you, Sister Neeru. Maybe your headphones. Yeah.
For the soul, nothing comes, the sense of attainment does not come from this corporeal world, which is fate to begin with. So the lucky and the lovely and knowing all the treasures that Baba bestows on us, which is all, our introduction of the self and the qualities of the souls and the powers of the soul and company of Baba. That is what is a true treasure in the knowledge. And so that's the lucky, and the way Baba sees us as his lovely and the sweetest child. So the vision that Baba has for the soul is truly the vision. So that makes us lovely, because in Baba's eyes, we are the nur of his eyes, as he says, the apple of his eye.
Yes.
And it's not from what's in the material world that it has to offer, which is, as it is, temporary and fake.
This one feels like Baba is teaching me that, child, you are like me. You are not this body. You're made out of my DNA. You are my child. And he's so that's giving us a liberation from this body, right? That's like a biggest blessing for this one.
Sister, what I feel in gross way, Baba had been telling us, more adverse situations, more close you are with us. In every Murli, Dadi used to say, Pair toota acha hai, you'll be more. So what I feel, financial loss or any adverse, maybe body or the drama part, but more 100% it's a fact where we are drawn to. Maybe initial time we might curse ourselves, our conditions, but gradually you keep saying, see yourself as a vast sky, not the cloud. But we approach Baba only, and then and only more and more we are really absorbed in his love, in his he is always the solution. He'll always make us separated from these all the losses. It becomes maybe with the churning, maybe we totally get separated, and maybe drama is so favorable in spite of feeling everything lost, but we feel, yeah, it's a lottery, like you were saying.
This is very beautiful. This here, that anything that may be happening, which looks like an appearance of it's not the truth, it's just an appearance. And it feels like something that is happening outside is also maybe creating certain feelings of loss, or maybe creating certain feelings of insecurity. But because with Baba, I know my naked truth, I don't mix my loveliness with the stains of the mind. Yeah, that is how I know my loveliness, because I know that those thoughts, feelings of insecurity, thoughts, feelings of feeling a sense of loss that may come in the mind. It's not like it may not come. It can still come in the mind. But you know that your impeccable, flawless truth cannot be touched by by those feelings. And that your inner drama is now come to check, are you ready to really know your unshakable and untouched, luckiest truth, that you, the being, is forever fortunate? Yeah? That fact, are you aware of that nothing, and there's nothing even in the physical world, it is not even real, because it's not even money. It is just energy of matter. Yeah, there's no such thing. And this one is saying from one's own experience, because this one has gone through ups and downs quite a bit. after coming into knowledge. And there have been times, and from that one realized that my fortune, the being was just feeling so fortunate that I need nothing, not only just from the physical world, but also from my thoughts, feelings, emotions. Nothing can touch me. To be able to have that knowing in an experiential way, to me, it felt like drama is serving me. Does that make sense? Drama is truly serving me because Baba and drama feel I am ready for all. I'm ready for it all. And it's a very beautiful thing to see that way, that because you're ready, that things come to you. If you weren't ready, these things won't be coming to you. Yeah? So you're very fortunate because firstly, you know that nothing that is happening outside is, firstly, as Sister Neeru mentioned, is real. Yeah? Nothing that is my mind is creating in my inner world, any kind of thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations that it may be just creating, they can't touch my truth. So my loveliness is untouched. How would I have known my loveliness if this kind of dream world act may not have happened? So my lucky and my lovely truth is untouched. And that is how I know that it's all a mind game. Yeah.
Sister,
Attraction.
you mentioned that those things are coming to you because you're ready for it.
Yeah.
But doesn't it also come if there's something within you that you're still getting identified with,
Mhm.
and it's giving you opportunity again and again to align yourself to your truth?
Mhm.
Isn't that also another reason when that it comes
Yes.
again and again?
Yes. So that is the reason that when you are, if it's coming again and again, it's telling you that yes, you are ready to face it, right? Now, if I'm identified with whatever the feeling and at the core of what I believe myself to be is I'm rich because of some imaginary money in the imaginary world of my mind, then yes, situation will also come to you, right? But also situation is coming to you because it feels you are ready for it to overcome it. To
That's another point.
yeah, right? And that is because there are, you will still see today in the world, there are many who feel rich because of the wealth they have. And money still keeps coming to them. Right? It's like when they're ready to face it, at some point it will take that away from them and helps them see that their sense of security is coming from a dream world in their own mind, right? And yes, it may take them 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times to see that, but that's okay. That's okay. There, sometimes it's like you may feel like the first time it was very hard. The second time it was less hard. The third time you got used to it. It's okay, right? And that's what this one saw, at least in this one's thing, because 4 times this thing happened. And when 4 times this thing happened, the first time it happened, it was very hard. The second time it happened, it was a little less hard. The third time it happened, it was all wonderful. And fourth time it happened, I couldn't be luckier. Yeah. When the first time it happened, I was not in knowledge. The second time it happened, I was in knowledge, but I had just come into knowledge. The third time it happened, I had been in knowledge for some time. And the fourth time it happened, I was like, this is the best thing that could have happened. So does that make sense? It was coming. It was always like, Baba says it's coming. Any scene, any situation which seems external to you, but it's not external, but it seems external, it appears external, is coming to you to help you awaken to your truth, right? The first time I was not in knowledge, so drama was awakening me. The second, third, and fourth time, Baba was my teacher. Does that make sense? So it was really the deep feeling of feeling very lucky and very lovely that nothing is touching me. You can come as many times as you want, but you can't touch me. What looks like a problem to my limited mind is a dream for me, the soul. And I can watch the dream with my eyes open is the luckiest thing for the soul that can happen. And you can realize your loveliness also. That how lovely you are. And that feeling of great fortune, that is the fortune of your virtues, the fortune of your powers.
I think, sister, people who are in this gyan can really see through the challenges it brings in their livelihood, especially when they have family and they have monetary commitments to send their kids to college, to schools and stuff like that.
That is what was the situation here. There were kids to be sent to college. You had to pay college fees. All that was there. But you are really feeling that it's great. If they have to face some challenges, then it's right for them to face those challenges so that they can come back to their truth also. Yeah. So it was like at the end of the day, it's just every soul has its own dream and each one needs to wake up from its dream. And I can see that with Baba, with my truth with Baba, and I can see it with very clear vision that he has for me. And I can see how the others around me may be sleeping and trying to feel secure in their dream world with some dream money. They can feel that. But I can see that it's all happening for the best of them, for the best for them, so that they can also realize their security is not in some paper monopoly money. So it kind of, there's a sense of deep sense of luck that you feel, that you have this knowledge, deep sense of luck that you feel that you are embodiment of this knowledge. You know the truth behind the dream. You know that nobody's losing anything and nobody's gaining anything. You know everything.
So it's our vision and our attitude towards that really makes that difference.
Huge difference.
And also the opportunity to see them also not suffering, but see them in their truth, right? That this is also what they are experiencing.
It is like they may be dreaming, but their dream is not their truth. It is a very beautiful thing that is happening to them. Because
so that is not also not influencing you.
Yeah. So you are not taking in there, like Baba said yesterday, no? That Baba's one highest quality is Baba doesn't take sorrow and Baba doesn't get sorrow. Yeah. So Baba is not taking sorrow. So I'm not taking sorrow from their sorrow. But I'm seeing their fortune behind their sorrow. Yeah. And I'm seeing my fortune behind my dream feelings. They may be mixed with their dream feelings, but I'm not mixed with my dream feelings. So I know my loveliness also. And I know their loveliness also. And because I know the loveliness of both behind our dream realities, that is our feelings and thoughts, which creates that dream world in our mind, right? Then in that you feel extremely lucky. And I can't express that feeling of fortune that one experiences because there are no words for it. It's just a very, very deep gratitude for Baba, what he has given me. It's just something cannot be matched by some dream money. You know? Who cares college, whether they will go to what college, whether they will be able to go to college or whether they will have to take a loan to go to college. It's not my business. It's their dream, not my dream. I stay out of my dream world And this is the biggest service I can. And there was such a great feeling of fortune, and it still is and always will be. It's like I have the power of this knowledge.
And all that is also recording, right? Whatever is going to happen, it's going to happen. The way they are going to study or not study, it's
Exactly.
whatever
None
it's
of
in
it
their, yeah.
matters. Whether they will have to take a loan to go to college, or whether they will be, they don't know whether, whatever it is, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nothing matters after that. It's like you just know that the fortune of the soul, nothing can really take anything away from the soul, and nothing can add to the soul. And that feeling is so clear. You feel nothing can be luckier, no one can be luckier than you are. And then that you are so lucky, every soul is that lucky.
Yeah, this knowledge of the drama make it life so easy. It's
Yeah.
so easy. It's just like literally feeling some moment is just like we are liberated.
Yeah.
Nothing belongs to me, nothing happened to me. It is what it is. Just see, I know the physical, I see the thing, but internally, just like beyond of all the scenes.
No, but even internal drama, you're free from. That's even bigger.
Yes, yeah, internally, because externally see, but internally, most chaos is internally. All the goals are internal. But this is an understanding of the drama, make it so free, because the drama is everything is recorded within you.
Yeah.
Everything is within you, but you are not you. You
Yeah.
are separated.
You're separate from your inner feelings.
Inner, yeah. So that is make it so easiest. I mean, now is simple and easy way to understand.
Yeah. It is like, because it's your inner drama, when that is not seen as just a dream, you cannot detach from the outer drama. It's impossible. Impossible. That is why you need to know. Mind can say, "Oh, it's just a dream. It's all just in my mind," and it can speak like that. Unless you're really detached from these feelings, which make every experience a 3D experience. These thoughts, which make every experience a real experience. If one is not detached from that, and that is where you realize your loveliness, which is why our today's blessing, your yesterday's blessing, was so beautiful. Mehsusta ki shakti. That naked truth of the being. When that mehsusta ki shakti is there, then you can see the smallest stain without feeling I have become stained. Yeah. So this fixed drama is a fixed script, and the fixed script is just a thought and a feeling. So that is why it's very important to know that that which I am is absolutely undressed by Baba's vision. Baba's vision undresses you. Right?
So here Baba's vision dresses us. It just decorates us and adorns us with all the jewelry.
What does that mean? How can you be adorned?
You're adorned by the jewels of knowledge about us.
Can you wear jewels of knowledge without undressing yourself?
First undressing and then.
Yes, you have to undress the old. You have to undress the old. And
Absolutely. This is the mistake majority make.
like undressing of the old, and then you wear the new.
Absolutely. You can't just put on jewelry on top of the old clothing. You can't put on.
Because you said undress. I said, okay, undress. You take a
We are not talking about body. We are talking about the soul.
No. Yeah. I'm talking about the soul. But I'm saying it undresses and then dresses it.
Yeah. It
With its vision.
undresses first. It doesn't dress
Right.
you up until you undress yourself. You have to die alive first.
Right.
So until you undress, you can't dress yourself up. So first Baba is undressing you. Yeah. And once you know your undressed truth, then Baba dresses you up. If you try to put on new clothing on top of old clothing, what will happen?
Suffocation.
Suffocation. It
Sister,
won't
we
even,
do it. Sister, we do it in the stores, and it never fits us.
it
It doesn't
never,
have that impact. We
no.
are wearing, we are thinking, no, it's okay, we are going to take it. But it never shows that perfect fitting. Yes.
Yeah. Because one who's trying to wear it, Baba doesn't know that one. Yeah. So that's why once you understand your bare naked truth, महसूसता उसकी शक्ति को बढ़ाना है. मतलब to know your truth, that you are this being without, and for that you need to know and understand the old clothing also. And what is that old clothing made out of?
The attention to those things.
Yeah. So what
A
is the
package
The
of the
thought, sensation,
sanskars, the
emotion,
sensation.
sanskara.
emotions, sanskaras, feelings, thoughts, and what else?
Sensation.
Sensations. What else? What else? Very important to understand the clothing you're wearing. What else?
Some belief systems.
Sorry, say it again, Brother Nikhil.
Belief systems.
Belief systems, yes. What else?
It's a body costume.
Body costume. What else? Images, visions, mind gives, yes. What else? Very good. Matter, which is sensations, yes. You know, the movements of the body is another costume you're wearing. The sight, sound, the hearing, touching, tasting, smelling, all of
The
these,
breathing,
the
like
breathing,
the breath we take that.
yes, the breath, all of memories, all of these are your costumes. So if I don't understand the movement as a costume,
Yeah.
what will happen? The voice, the sound, everything is a costume I wear.
Language.
Language, beautiful. Everything is a costume I wear. Which is why to understand what costume I'm wearing, only then can I see the Baba's vision is undressing me of all of that. Then I can wear the jewels of knowledge. Then it will feel, oh, that's my birthright. Yeah.
See, now it feels very real now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
why Baba says the knowledge is the light. So now our old dress is a dark. So when we take off the darkness, the light will come because they can't sit together, light and darkness. So we
They
have to
can.
take off the.
That's not true. From the light, I can see these costumes. That's the beauty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that we have to take off. Once the knowledge, we start
Very
imbibing
good
the knowledge.
question. What does it mean to take off? Another question.
Detach. I mean, you see, because I cannot take off, it means you merged your old body or merged your old sanskaras, and then let the re-emerge your pure and original sanskars.
So the word that you used is detachment.
Yes.
That's how you take it off. By
Yeah.
being not interested in them, by not giving importance to them, but actually embracing, only then can embracing of them happen. So by embracing them, by not giving importance, first you detach. When you're detached, they feel they are not a threat to you. And because then they don't feel they are a threat to you, You can actually embrace them, and in your embrace, they merge in you. This is how you actually take them off.
And that is why Baba always says कि पहले आत्मा समझो, right? कि you are that nirsankalp, nirvan, and you know, it's like silent, steady, immovable, like unshakable. That is who you are. So anything opposite is not you.
Absolutely. So once I know that truth, that knowing, and with that knowing, I know that Baba, I'm wearing the costume of movement right now. I'm wearing the costume of a voice right now. I'm wearing the costume of all these things borrowed from you. That's when Baba says, give your body to me. What does that mean? That even though when the body is moving, is being used, its movements, its activity, whatever it may be, it's not seen as I am moving and I am doing the activity. It is seen as activity is happening, movement is happening, but I am that naked still being.
In Mama's Murli, it was right कि बोलते बोलते भी
Silence.
समझो कि you are a
Absolutely.
silent being.
By speaking, speak from the place of silence that you are. So I'm wearing the costume of words, Baba, right now. That's okay, child. Wear the costume of words. But there is no meanness. If there's meanness that comes, remember it's the old costume coming. Detach. It's not a threat to you. Embrace and surrender. Right?
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Didi, how do we keep this smriti? Like, for example, if I'm talking to somebody, I can start with that smriti, but then it gets lost. When I start any karma, for example, if I'm just doing dishes, cooking, whatever, then I start with that, but then it kind of gets lost. But this
That's
mostly,
okay. You've just started, right, Ashna? This
yeah, just like a month.
month ago. Yeah. Don't worry. It may look like in the beginning that, oh, I lost myself. I got lost in the activity of my mind. That's okay. The moment there's a realization, do you see that you were never lost? Even when the mind was making you believe that you had gone somewhere, God knows where could the soul ever have gone. But even if your mind makes you believe that you had gone somewhere, did you go anywhere the moment you realize, oh, okay, I was totally lost in the activity of washing dishes? But the moment there's a realization, mehsusta, not the realization, there's a mehsusta. Do you know that you didn't go anywhere? You were present even when your mind's activity had taken away. You had not gone anywhere.
Yes.
See, this is the beauty. This one thing, if we can catch hold, and that's why, I mean, I know it becomes a little advanced for many. So I'm trying to make it in between both and trying to build from foundation to advanced. Okay. See, the thing is, if you can really see it very clearly, let's say you, the soul, in the midst of the activity of what mind labels as washing dishes. Okay. Washing dishes, fine? Okay. As the dishes were being washed, the mind went on an excursion in the past. Not in the past, only through the past, only through the thought it can go in the past, right? So it brings those thoughts in the present moment about what did they say? What did she do? What do I, or future thought also coming in the present in the form of a thought. So you're never visiting past or future. All the thoughts are creating the sense of time, of past or future. So then that thought from the past comes and says, dishes ke baad, I have to do this. And now the baby will wake up. And when the baby wakes up, I have to feed him also. I know because that's your part right now, right, Ashna? Yeah. So I have to feed him also. I must do these dishes fast so that I can make sure that before the baby wakes up, this work is over. True? I mean, I'm just giving a scene in Ashna's life.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, you didn't go anywhere, but through your thought, an excursion happened. Somewhat through that thought, you visited something your mind only calls past and something your mind only calls future. Right? I have to feed the baby, or it could be something, how could they have done this? That one I'm making up, but I'm just saying that, right? Both past and future are in the now, that you, the being, is always here, but your attention was lost in those thoughts and you felt like you went somewhere. And that is the dream state. Does that make sense? So for that few moments, it felt like 10 minutes, but for those 10 minutes, you were lost. According to the mind's time, it was 10 minutes of lost in your thoughts. It's 10 minutes according to the thought. But for the being, it was just a matter of no time. Like in your dream. When you're in a dream, you spent 100 years in a dream. But when you wake up in your waking state, it was not even 2 seconds. As a person, I'm talking. Neha, you had that experience, right? So it was not even 2 seconds when you woke up.
Yeah.
So why can't it be true for the soul also?
But Didi, I was just realizing that if in the dream it could feel so real, so scary, then then in reality, like you say that body but when we see that now we are not going to hear this person again now, so that was very scary.
Yeah, yeah. So the dream state, in that dream, you were feeling the fears, you were feeling everything, right? Whereas, why can't it be true from the point of view of the soul that this whole thing is a dream state also? This whole person's thoughts, feelings, emotions are all dream state for the being that is dimensionless, that is beyond the dream state. But there is this whole 50 years of my life. Really, it is not 50 years for the soul. It's not. If you see from the point of view of the soul, that is just no time. Just like when we are living in a limited example I'm giving, when Rini is sleeping, it is experiencing 20 years in dream state, and it's a very real experience for me. You can't deny the fact that I experienced it. Those 20 years of being certain person with the world outside of it, I actually experienced that. And that was my reality for those mind time, 20 hours or whatever it was, according to the mind that it was believing itself to be, right? So let's as a person, Rini, I slept for 6 hours. And in those 6 hours, I had a dream in which for just a fraction of, within those 6 hours, for the fraction of 2 seconds, the dream was I'm a person and there's a world outside and I lived for 100 years, and then many, many things and events happen in those 100 years. And I am literally feeling in my body mind as a dreamer, as Rini. But then I wake up and I look at the clock and I just see, oh, it was just 10 o'clock and now it's 10:02. So in those 2 minutes, I actually experienced 100 years. Then why is it not that the soul that I am can see this as whole thing as that dream? Is it not? From the perspective of God, it is. That is why Baba can say in 5 seconds, see 5 forms. Because for Baba, it's a dream state. So when Nirakar Baba is telling me to see in a Nirakar manner, then I have to see this entire thought process of my mind And when I'm washing dishes and 20 minutes later, I realize it's a dream state. The moment you realize, step out as a soul, don't step out as a person. If you step out as a person, there will be sense of regret, which will create another dream on top of a dream. Oh my God, I have 20 minutes. I had lost my 20 minutes of confluence age. And now what? I had so much waste and I can't really just ever understand. And when will this happen? And God knows how many layers of dream thoughts do you put on yourself. Don't step out as a person, even when your attention was lost in that thought world for 20 minutes, according to the thought. But according to you, the being, when you step out as a soul, not as a person, you will say, oh, no time was lost, Baba. I was always with you and I'm always with you.
This point alone has saved us from so much waste,
Yeah,
so much waste thoughts. Because otherwise, there will be so like a long story of guilt or long story of
same. That's another dream world.
yes,
Yeah.
So this is huge. Yeah, this is so important.
This is huge discovery if you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we usually step out as the person, Rini, and I have to wake up from my dream. And then I'm calling it a dream as Rini also. Oh, I was lost in my dream world. How many times will I be lost in my dream world? Because I'm stepping out only as a person. Step out
And
as
Didi,
a...
even when we see from the science perspective, when we go in space and all, then also we see that their few seconds are here few years,
Yeah.
and there the aging also stops,
Absolutely.
right? So I think that the same thing will happens when when this lunar eclipse change and when Satyug will come, and then the same thing will shift will happen, right?
Very
So
good.
which means that this is not, this is, how can we then say this is real? Yeah, this is true.
Exactly, exactly. And this is why if I believe a thought is creating my reality, then thought will destroy my reality also. So when you step out, even when, let's say, your attention as a soul, your attention was lost in some thoughts for, let's say, half an hour, 1 hour, I don't know. But that half an hour, 1 hour is based on the reference to my memory. As soon as I realize, oh, okay, 1 hour. Now, the moment mind goes, look at the clock. Ek ghante se I was lost in my thoughts. I woke up only when the next traffic control came. This is how we use even traffic control. We become controlled by the traffic control music.
Sister, do you mind explaining this a little bit more with the example or something where you're saying we are stepping out as a person? Like needed a little more clarity.
So that's why when we are saying that, let's say you're talking to somebody. And in that talking, you're talking and you realized half an hour later that you were just talking as a person. Yeah. But the moment there's this realization, relax your attention back, bring it all the way back to being a soul, not halfway back to being a person. One is halfway back, you're coming and you're saying, oh my God, I lost for half an hour. I was just lost in this conversation. I completely forgot to be soul conscious. This is the language that is spoken by the halfway person. You come halfway back. Half an hour, I completely forgot you, Baba. And this is how mind will, this halfway mind will speak. I completely forgot you, Baba. I was lost as a person only. I was talking as a friend to a friend. I forgot that that is a soul and I'm a soul. You only come halfway back. And you're now speaking to yourself as a person. You're still in the dream. You're not come out of the dream completely. You're still halfway in the dream. To come fully out, relax your attention all the way when it can't go any further back. And that is you and Baba.
Didi, here I would like to add my experience. Maybe that will help Ashna sister and other. Even when I also started almost an year now, it's been that I've been listening. So when a person identity is doing a purusharth, then we are always calculative of time and how much time I have wasted, because we always have this 4 hours sitting yoga or 6 hours this, and we are very actually a person identity is living as a time conscious life, and that person is doing a purusharth also as a time. Now from present state I can see that, and I just see that now I stay so much in the present that I don't even know that yesterday how much time I was lost in the thoughts and how much time I was. There is no calculation now. There is so much I am living in the now. In the present is so fulfilling. It's absolutely so accepting, full of that. Even if anything is coming, it's dissolving. I mean, there's so much of uh, acceptance and living in the present, that all those things are just dissolving. I mean, I can say from today, from this day, seeing how this one started.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that is why you're not coming halfway as a person. You're even seeing that person wanting to come out. You're going all the way back. Your attention is going all the way back into you where there is no time. And as Sister Neha is saying, there is no time there. You're timeless. I don't even remember yesterday how many hours I sat or not sat or whatever it may have been. You just now. For you are that timeless, dimensionless being, and all that is inside of you. You are not inside that time and regret and shame and feeling, and I didn't do this and I didn't do that. You are not there. That creates, stretches time into like some kind of space, and some past which stretches all the way back there, and future which stretches all the way back there. God knows what it makes out of timeline. Time is not linear.
And when you come halfway, you are still like talking with Gyan points about that situation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Halfway you come back. Very good. Halfway you come back, and then you will be applying Gyan points also.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very true.
We are so much born to experience that I need any experience that no, I'm not this.
Yeah.
But come to understand is that only understanding
Yeah.
is
Absolutely.
soul. Like I come to understand is that I'm not this.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm going on, like this dream,
Yeah.
I wasted my time.
Yeah.
I did this. I
Yeah.
did even like in past, I did that, those, whatever.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
only understanding, like, yes, this is not so easy sometime, because I think mind is like, please give me some experience. How could I experience myself? Where is soul?
You
How
are
could I see?
experiencing yourself every moment. Do you know that?
Yes, yesterday, a day before yesterday, you explained that we are explaining every time in everything.
Uh-huh. Exactly. You are experiencing yourself. I am aware of these feelings. I am aware of these. I am. I am. And so there's an experience of this feeling. I am. So there's an experience of the mind being lost also. I am. And therefore there's an experience of these sensations also. I am. And therefore I can experience this thought of from the memory which is coming in this present now in front of me, the I am that is aware of this thought, which is creating a timeline. But memory is also within me. Memory is not sitting outside somewhere outside the soul. Memory is inside the soul. So even the thought from the past, which mind is saying is the past, there is no such thing. Nobody's ever experienced past. But the mind is labeled it past, but it's just a thought. And as a thought, it is only coming now in front of you.
Yes.
So then I am. That is why everything is happening in front of me, within me. I am. More I know this I am that I am, then you will not be, you will find that your thoughts will calm down a lot. Because what was giving blood, what was the blood of those thoughts, was your attention and your interest in them. And
Interest.
yeah,
Interest.
yes,
I would say interest. There is lots of interest in lots of thought.
yeah.
I don't know. In this part, what, like who are playing this stage part, they have a lots of interest in their lots of things.
Fix it, let it come. You are not ahimsa paramo dharma atmaka. Non-violence is your biggest religion. Your only religion of the soul is non-violence. In fact, it doesn't even know what violence means. But what it means is that the being is never battling with its activity of the mind. Never. That's why we said it's a four-dimensional mind. It talks as though in the dream, how does the world look like? If as a Rini also, if I'm sleeping, there's a different world and a different body, but it's all in just a thought, in one dimension. You're seeing that world inside of you. In just one thought, you're seeing this entire world created in your dream world. Yeah. So in the deep,
Yes.
there is no image, no thought.
Yes, in yesterday meditation, like Baba was conducting, in that meditation, it was so easy for me that yes, I am, even I can say at that time, my mind was not asking, please give me any image or any experience. At that time, he was like, yes, I am this. But while it I was like, yeah, I got it. It's so good. My mind was again happy. And in Amrit Vela, it was like, where are you? Where are you? I was like, why are you asking me like this? Yesterday we experienced that. Ki this is I am. But in half of the Amrit Vela, I was like, mind was like, ki, where am I? Okay, he was creating an image that there is a point of sight and everything is inside it, and Baba is giving the rays.
There's nothing wrong with it. There is
And
nothing
you know,
wrong with mind doing its own activity. But
yeah,
understand
and
all of this is happening inside of you.
inside me. And again, my mind was like, ये जो बन रहा है ना ज्योति बिंदु, ये भी तुम्हारे अंदर ही है. And I was like, come on, no, I'm not going to do anything. I'm sitting like this. And when I sat down, and I
I
thought, ki,
am,
no, I'm not going.
I am
Sorry,
not,
my mind.
yeah.
Yeah, my mind got
It's just
silent.
the body is sitting. Yes, the soul is making the body sit. But that is why it's important to understand that one of the clothing, which we don't realize it's a clothing, is the movement of the body.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you realize that too is just a clothing for the soul, then you will know that your stillness is exactly untouched. You are never moving, your body is moving, which is another movement. The last movement has already become a dream. But because that last movement I'm connecting, because I'm living as my mind, that last movement, my mind is connecting and adding another this movement with it. And it's feeling like it's a continuous movement. But actually, it is not continuous. If you don't
Yeah.
use the four-dimensional mind, for Baba, he's just seeing you still. He's not seeing even the body move. But this is too deep. I didn't want to go there, but it happened. But I just want to come back here. Just know that you are this being who never moves. The seed never moves. Doesn't matter how much the tree flourishes. Doesn't matter how much the tree shakes in the storm. Doesn't matter, even the tree is uprooted, the seed is always just still silently present there.
Didi, and now after listening to this, like in today's Murli also, Baba said in Dharna, Chalte Firte Baap Ki Yaad. Now I understand because pehle to bhakti tha. I mean, you know, how Chalte Firte Baap Ki Yaad means, you know, remember that stillness you and Baba ne, because before we used to feel that when we are in movement, how can we, or when we are doing an action, how
Yeah.
can we remember Baba? But this completely makes sense, and that's from where Baba was saying ki chalte firte, you see that moment that you are not that. And there's
Absolutely.
this one very beautiful experience that I would like to share, that yesterday when I came from yoga, the physical yoga, the body was sweating heavily, and from every part I could see. And I just sat and I just realized that it's actually not body, but it's pores. It's
Mhm.
pores, pores, pores. And from that pores, that sweat is coming out. So
Mhm.
within a second, I had this amazing, like, it's all pores. It's
Mhm.
no solid, and it's all pores. And it was again a bit scary to the mind,
Yes, it's
because because that identity of knowing the self,
as this
that
body.
was all, yeah, that was all like, oh, but I mean, it's
Mhm.
such a deep experience that I could feel that every bar, every atom is just pores, just.
Absolutely, absolutely. And which is why we have to start seeing body as it is. It's just a bundle of vibrations and it is nothing solid about it. Then what movement? Movement is a part, an aspect of our vision of solidity of the body.
Movement is illusion.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
true.
It
It's
is.
true by science also. Okay, movement is nothing. It's just an illusion of your mind because vibration is always in the movement.
Yeah,
Like our body is a vibration. It's
yeah,
just vibrating like this, like this. Okay.
yeah.
And that when we see that someone is going from here and there, it's
That is
just
mind
completely
labeling it. Yeah.
meaningless.
Mind labeling, I'm going from here to there. Yeah.
Wavelength is changing from here, that changed from there. That's completely a science and it's completely illusion.
It is illusion. And that is why it's so important to see it that way because then what movement? This movement, I have done nothing. The doer dies. The doer dies in it. What have I done? All the movement only makes you feel, no, that you did so much physical work. What did you do?
Trying to like this thing like when I start doing some physical activity, this stays with me for a little bit. That like
I
I'm
would
come.
say give yourself some time, Ashna. It's just been a month. Yeah. Listen more, first a few more classes, apply as much as you can. Right now, whatever it is, just leave it and surrender to Baba. Work in the state of surrender to Baba. Yeah. This and let Baba know. Baba, whatever you want me to know, let me know. I'm willing to just for now stay detached from any thought, any feeling, any sensation that I can see and be aware of. I know I am the ever present me that is aware of it. Let it be that way. Live in the state of surrender because it's very, very important to first learn to detach from your thinking, feeling mind. Yeah. Once you start detaching from your feeling, thinking mind and the body, you will start knowing your own truth, which is beyond those thoughts, because the illusion is created by thinking mind and the feeling body. If I don't have this attention of detaching from the thinking mind and the feeling body, I will continue to want to listen to this also as a thinking mind and a feeling body. From the state of illusion, if I'll be listening, it won't make much, and I'll be frustrated. My mind will be frustrated because it won't understand. So, this very fundamental foundation of knowing I am not my thoughts and I'm not the feelings and sensations of my body and whatever it is, emotions and memories, until that is not very, very solid and clear foundation, you can't build upon anything. Your foundation is very weak. Does that make sense? Yeah, this Mehsusta makes the soul luckiest and loveliest always. Yeah. So pay attention to the fundamentals. Yeah. That you are not your thoughts, you're a thoughtless being. You're not your words, you're a wordless being. You're using these words and these thoughts just with Baba's permission, knowing that nothing first undress yourself, nothing belongs to you. Until you undress, don't try to dress up. And that is not just for you, it's for anybody who's not yet seen that very clearly, that you are not your thoughts. Then who am I? Take all the furniture out of the space. Know the nature of the space. Then you will be able to see that how everything is an illusion. Otherwise, until then, it's just another mental commentary.
Didi,
Yes?
Didi, some of the dreams are like they emerges the attention, or we know that I have already make the identity with this dream in a deep sense.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, can we take the gap to reinstate?
Yeah, that gap you're taking is the mind wanting to take some time out to reinstate, right? Is that what you're saying?
Ji, Didi.
Yeah. Of course, if it helps, but understand that is still the mind doing. You've come halfway back as a person. As long as you're aware of that, it's fine. But if you're not aware of that, then what will happen? You will continue to practice as that halfway back person. Does that make sense? But if
Ji,
you're
Didi.
aware that even this pause or that time that I'm taking of 5 minutes of sitting down to realize it's just a dream, it is good if you're seeing that as a being who's observing the practicing person. Then it's
Didi, Baba has taught in Murli that some is pani pe lakir, then patthar pe lakir, and like this, Didi.
yeah, yeah.
So as I recognize that this is patthar for lakir in the dream to me.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how can I take this?
The deep impression in the soul. That is all Patthar ki lakir means. That impression in the soul is a deep, deep impression. But if you really see from the perspective of the soul, that is from the perspective of the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind feels it's a deep, deep impression in me. Right?
So I'm still labeling this.
We are
That
still
is
labeling
patthar ki
it
lakir.
as deep, deep impression. From the perspective of the subconscious mind, it is a patthar ki lakir. It's so deeply ingrained that I am this body, mind, name, form, that I can't imagine myself to be anything behind and beyond the thoughts and the name and the form of the body, right? And then the subconscious mind feels it's a deep impression. I need to do something to make it lighter, which is fine. But what here Baba is teaching us is that, okay, if that is happening, let it happen because we don't battle. But understand that you are not your subconscious mind either.
Yes.
You are
Ji.
not your mind, period. Right? And then when I know my truth that I am not my mind, my subconscious mind is saying, which is also within me, that there's a deep, deep impression in me. Let it speak that language. For the soul, there is nothing deep. For the soul, I am, and everything exists within me. Yeah. So then Baba says, for that soul, it will be pani ke upar lakir kheenchna.
So that in this momentary state, shall I keep going in that situation? And
Absolutely. Go in the situation, never avoid situations, unless, of course, there are times when it is a valid suggestion to give yourself time when you feel. Like, for example, in this one's case, I'll just share an example. Daughter part has a friend, and it was becoming a very toxic relationship. Yeah. And because that friend was very emotionally dependent on the daughter soul part. Yeah. And the daughter soul part was like all about putting her first. She should be comfortable. sacrificing everything of hers. If she's uncomfortable, she's sad, whatever it is, but I have to take care of her as though she's responsible for her life. Yeah. In that, she suffered that relationship with that friend a lot for 4 years. Then one day she asked this one, what do I do? Then she told me the whole story. And then I said, at this time, it's important that you take time away. And I was doing my own checking because it's my daughter suffering and that one is, I'm checking all of that also. It's not because of that I'm asking her to take time away. I said, it's not taking time away for avoiding her. It's taking time away to strengthen your own mind and know your truth beyond your mind first. So that you are ready to be able to be there in her presence, in your truth, and in seeing her truth the way it is, where you don't feel that you have to interfere in her life every time to help her. Yeah? Know your own truth first. So then she actually worked on herself. She took some time off. And now she says, I'm now ready to go back. Now I will not be influenced, but I can be who I am and still be available for her in being emotionally stable myself. Even if she's emotionally unstable, I can be emotionally stable. So then in that meantime, what she was doing was preparing her own truth, preparing in the sense, knowing, trying to know her own truth, not blaming her, but knowing that there is the weakness of her own mind that she's assailed by. It's not her problem, it's her problem. Does that make sense? So she needs to strengthen because she's not in knowledge. So I have to speak that that kind of language also with her. Yeah. So I did tell her that first know that you are beyond all your own emotions. So then she took about a month off. Yeah. She took a month off from that 4 years relationship with her friend. And then in that 1 month, she just worked on herself. Yeah. And in that 1 month, after that 1 month, now when she is wanting to be in that relationship again with that friend, it's like, I'm not going there to take anything from her. Because in helping her, she was getting her self-respect from that. Yeah. So now she's like going in that relationship and going with not wanting anything, but just being there for her. Whether she even said today only, she said, even if she is very rude to me, I know my mind will react, but I will not be reacting to my mind. Because I know who I am.
I'm not going to give focus to that thought.
Yeah, I'm not going to be giving life to my inner reactions of my mind.
Even I was wondering something like this only, and Baba gave me the answer.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So she really, and that is why, when are you taking time off? What are you doing in that time away?
So Didi, how can we recognize that? कि is it the right time? Because you are saying ना कि ये ड्रामा मुझसे चाहता है कि मैं ये ड्रीम आउट हो.
Bilkul, bilkul. Because she had reached a point where she was completely, everything was taking over in her life. That one thing was taking over everything. That one friendship with that one friend was taking everything away from her. Nothing mattered except that friend. Does that make sense?
दीदी आई थिंक अंतर्मुखता जो लाइफ हम जीते हैं उसमें हमें बहुत क्लियरली छोटा से छोटा भी दिख जाता है व्हाई इज दिस कमिंग इन द साइलेंट स्टेट्स दैट वी लिव इन
Absolutely. So she learned introspection in that 1 month. She was here and she learned introspection. She would come and speak to me, and then she would describe these are the feelings, and she would even sometimes blame that friend. And I said, okay, let's step back. See, where is your finger pointing? You are pointing your finger at the other, then you're giving the power to the other. Step back, go back, look at yourself. Where is this feeling within you that is coming, that is wanting? What is feeling threatened within you? Check that. Then she was doing it, that checking, that this is what, there's just some, I said, the one that is feeling threatened, does that one exist? Do you see that soul as a blessing for you? Do you see that soul is not a threat? It's actually their part is helping you wake up from your dream state of believing yourself to be something separate self that you are not. So we really worked like that for 1 month. And now she's just a week ago gone back. Does that make sense?
Okay, we can
Yes,
say
Didi.
that if I'm facing any of my sanskar, then that sanskar is like wants me to come to my reality.
Yes, what happened in her case is that she took and she spoke to her friend. I said, you need to speak to her and tell her that for 1 month or whatever time, not don't give a timeline, just tell her that I need some time away for myself. It's not about you, it's about me. And I need to check what is happening within me because I'm not bringing peace and love in the relationship right now.
But Didi, if it's some uh, physical body, but if it's a sanskar or a thought,
It's
which is always
every relationship, it's a sanskar that is, Baba said, no, it's a sanskar that's always the obstacle. It's not physical
yes,
body. Physical body is also a sanskar made body, right? It's just felt in the body and the body feels solid and real, but it's actually just sanskar. And the sanskars will come up. They must come up. They should come up. And anybody who's becoming an instrument for you to see that, it is a very beautiful thing. There's deep gratitude for that soul because it's really letting those old sanskaras coming from the subconscious mind to the conscious mind, all in front of the being. What happens is usually we say, oh, there's a lot coming out of the subconscious mind to the conscious mind. So as a conscious mind, I see the subconscious mind. Does that make sense? Whereas all this subconscious, unconscious is all happening within me, the being, which is beyond it all. There's a big difference. I know there are books written on subconscious mind. The books and the library shelves are filled with subconscious mind.
yes.
Didi, because subconscious mind seems very real, very intense, very deep.
But
It seems like I am the one.
I
And
am.
it seems that, it's my identity and it's my life.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the fact is, it's not deep. It's just in me. It's
Yeah,
just,
yeah, true.
there's nothing deep about subconscious mind. From the level of the conscious mind, it's very deep. But from the point of the view of the soul, it's all within me. It's no, 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 I am the one. And as I keep going further back, we say further back, go deep inside of yourself, which means you, the soul, know your truth and know there are many, many layers of, not even layers, it's not right language, but we have to use. But there are many different types of sanskaras within you, the being. But you are that silent container. You are the silent sanskarless being within which there's a variety of sanskar. This is the angelic state, what Baba calls, which is beyond the mind and before the mind, the human mind.
And
Yeah,
only one thing which we have to do is that ki just get detached from that all feelings, emotions, and thoughts, and come to your reality and come to your own reality. That what reality you are, make your attention to the reality
yeah.
and see the miracle. Matlab, miracle is that only ki we come out from all that feelings, emotions, and that kind of things.
Actually, we are even using the word come out. We are not really coming out.
I mean, yes, that is inside me. Well, that's merging.
Yeah,
That's
it's
get
all
merged.
appearing and disappearing back in me. But we use the language because we are limited by we are using the language which is bound by time and space to go beyond time and space. What to do? The limitations of the language.
So कितना भी गाढ़ा से गाढ़ा संस्कार जो मन को लग रहा है, कि ये
बहुत ही
तो
गहरा है, वो तो बोलेगा
नहीं रहा है।
इतना डीप संस्कार है, आई डोंट नो व्हेन विल द संस्कार गो।
हाँ, मेरे पास लैपटॉप लेके आओ, मैं गेम्स ना खेलूं, हो ही नहीं सकता। ऐसे ऐसे थॉट्स क्रिएट करेगा माइंड कि
And
हाउ
all
कुड।
you need to see, you're a thoughtless being, aware of this thought. There's no depth in it. Depth is a word used by a four-dimensional mind.
यस,
Yeah.
इवन दीदी इतना हो गया कि इन मधुबन आल्सो आई प्लेड, इन बाबा's कमरा आल्सो आई प्लेड, एवरीवेयर एंड माय माइंड इज लाइक तुमने तो इतना बड़ा।
Because you became the form, you took the form and shape of your mind, believing you are the mind. Then you took the form and the shape for that moment. Yeah.
Yes.
And that is why when we kind of bring our attention away from thought, and really that's why we always tell, please make sure your foundation is first clear. That you are not your thoughts, you are not your feelings, you are not your memories, you are not your movements, you're not your vibrations of your body. You are just a pure naked being. Until that is clear, everything else is just all airy fairy to you.
Yes, this
So
this
the
part was
surrender is the
not so easy. Yes, sorry.
Yes, Vivek bhai.
so the surrender is the only method.
And surrender
There's
not
not
because we are
labeling.
giving up. Surrender is not giving up. Surrendering the separate self-identity. Surrender means any thought comes, Baba and I together, thoughtless being and Baba together. Baba, thought is speaking and creating ripples of feelings in the sensations also. Surrender it to me, child. They don't belong to you. They're not yours. Didn't you surrender? Didn't you say, Baba, when you come, even on the path of devotion, child, didn't you say when you come, everything is yours? So then Baba is telling you to give your thoughts to him, give your body to him. Giving body means what? No identity with sensations. Giving your thoughts means what? Whatever thoughts are saying is not yours. First undress, give everything to me first. Then I will decorate you with jewels. That surrender is coming from a place of total self-respect, not because of I am not able to do, so I give up and I surrender to you. That is bhakti surrender.
No, let me tell you one thing. Like while I was having this thought, ki no, this games. So my mind was like, this is the only happiness from where this is the only things from which I'm getting happiness. And you will take this too from me. मतलब कि ये मुझसे इतना कि ये भी ले
And
लेना
that's
है क्या?
okay. When that
That's
thought was coming, who was observing it? Who am I that is aware of that thought?
yes,
Rather
this
than being
thing.
interested in what it's saying, who am I that is aware of it?
Yes.
That is more important. So it's not about whatever it is speaking, it's only mind understanding it because soul does not have a language to understand it. So being interested in what it is saying, come back to who you are that is aware of it. Does that one have language? Does that one understand what game is? Does that one understand any other entertainment other than Baba's company? Come back to who am I that is aware of it. Rather than, oh, I'm observing my thoughts like a hawk. No, that's not what we are saying. And we are not, Baba is not even saying that become thoughtless. Know that you are thoughtless. Your mind can never stop speaking. But know your truth that you are silent being before and beyond your mind. That is all. And that's an understanding, that's a samaj.
Yes. You know, whenever I get lots of happiness and bliss from Baba, I don't know why this mind asks so much question. He will say,
Doesn't
it's
matter.
so easy. It is so easy to get the happiness. Happiness is so easy. इतना easy से तुम्हें मिल गया.
See, again, your interest, Shantanu, is in your thoughts.
Yes, it's very much into the thoughts only.
Not being interested in the thought, and we'll close the class. It's almost 7. I just saw the time. Just go back to who you truly are, that is aware of it. Be interested in who you are, that is aware of it, rather than what your thought is saying. Be interested in the one that is seeing it. Yeah? Delve into the nature of the being, that is open awareness, open allowance. Yeah? Be interested in you. And I think I need to revisit these things again in the class because maybe it's too advanced for some, but it is not for some. So we have to kind of bring both together now. Okay? So just be aware of who you are. Be interested in your truth, in your naked truth, which is without thoughts with Baba. Okay? All right. Thank you, Baba.
Maybe a refresher system, sister, like for us in the industry, we do a safety training, but it happens every year just for refresher. Everybody knows it, practice it, but then again, it's a reminder, which Baba does it every day, even.
See it as a reminder, then it's a person again.
No, sister,
Again,
this
the
one is
mind.
just saying for the sake of saying, like how Baba says, right? It's not like literal meaning of reminder as such.
But that's what we are saying. That's why we don't use the language of reminder and all. Yeah. It is just a knowing. Know who you really are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just withdraw your attention from your thoughts back to yourself and Baba.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Again and again and again. But it's not the mind practicing again and again. It is the soul withdrawing its attention away from thoughts. Soul is not doing anything again and again. Soul is withdrawing its attention. That has to be seen very clearly. Okay?
Sure.
Yeah. Again, otherwise person will come in and jump in and take over. Okay? So we'll be seeing this. Okay? Withdrawing our attention from our thoughts, feelings. Thank you, Baba.
Okay.
Om Shanti.